take 999. Hey, update. Oh my goodness gracious, I don't think I was meant to make videos. Either that or this timing really sucks. We buried our aunt today. The weather was nippy, but it turned out to be a really nice day. PJ. Anyway, I'm all over the place. I'm not doing well. I was told it would be probably about a month before I even start to do anything close being normal, but my life isn't normal. I am a total bitch. I'm agitated, cranky, short tempered, no patience, just I feel like a bomb with 1 second to explode. I'm on edge. I'm all over the place emotionally. I'm not functioning. I don't want to be alive, but I know I need to be here to help my daughter get through some things. You need to have somebody who's, I mean, she is good. We have to get copies, not copies, but we ask for 10 originals of the death certificates because we have to take one to Social Security. Even though they called, we have to take one there. And then we have to fill out paperwork for, I think, death benefit, $250. Cost, I mean, even your cheapest burial, I don't think you can get anything under $1,000 anymore. So it just amazes me that $250. They've never changed that. It's always been insanely, what's the word I want? Ridiculously insult. It's an insult how cheap or how little they give you to bury somebody. Military don't get anything. So, I mean, which is even worse. Phone calls to make, appointment with the lawyer, because once somebody dies, just know that it null and voids POAs of all sorts. So now everything has to be handled differently. Sales of property, everything. Now I did learn that the cemetery where our family is laid to rest, I get distracted so easy. I can't stay on track. I can't think. My mind is just total mush. I feel like I'm living in chaos and I'm so dysfunctional right now. It's not even funny. I don't know how I'm even, and I feel exhausted, constantly exhausted. I feel like I've gotten some sleep, but I'm exhausted. I took everything off the floor. It's on my bed so I could vacuum, and I gotta kind of repack things up to go back onto the floor. But the funeral home that we deal with, no, the cemetery that we deal with now has a section that's green burial. I thought that was so cool because we were talking about that. The guy that runs the place is super nice. Because I mentioned the green burial and he said that they've had it for a little while. I must not have looked it up right when I was looking into that kind of stuff, but they have it. He showed me where it was at. Very interesting. So, I mean, if I were to change my mind about cremation, then I know there's a place close by that I could go have that done. Just not sure that I would want to be buried there. I don't know. It's kind of weird. See, I'm thinking because I'm trying to think of what am I saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. I can't stay on track. Oh, I learned today that if you have a plot, like some people will buy multiple plots in advance for family members and then things happen where they're not used. I was told once that the cemetery buys them back for what you paid for it. and then they resell them for the market value or whatever today. That is not the case, at least not with this cemetery, because I asked about that. Because I have a plot there, and I said, I'm not going to use it. I have no intentions of being buried. And I definitely, I have no intentions of using it. So he said that what they do is they give you all the information, um, like the lot. I don't know what you call it. It's like a lot number, whatever. They give you the specs, the. See, I can't talk. But anyway, they give you the information that you need, and then you put it into the newspaper that if anybody is looking for a plot to be buried, then they can contact you and buy it from you, and then you meet in their office and do the transaction there. Now, I did find out, like, I asked him how much they're going for, and he says right now they're going for like $900. So, and again, it depends, some, depending on where they're at, they could go for more, they could go for less. So, but it's definitely more than what was paid for it back in the day. So, but it's one of those things that has to be taken care of within the trust or executor or all that. And I was looking at the paperwork, and it's like, I wish there was some way that they could write up legal stuff in English. It is insane the way it's worded. It just is like you could take a 50-page document, and if they put it in layman's term English, it'd be like 10 pages. I swear they have all this filler crap that to me is like and repetitive, and it's like, oh my god, it's insane. And I think my own opinion is that because of the way it's written, honestly, I think it leaves more room for error, interpretation, and everything else. It's not spelled out really clear. It's confusing. I mean, it's horrible. And you can't understand, so you have to have a lawyer, unless you know somebody who's a lawyer or somebody who understands that stuff that can explain it to you. You have to have somebody, and you have to pay them hundreds of dollars an hour in order to explain things to you and help you get through what you have to get through to get things done, which I think really sucks. Anyway, I have, I had said this once before, I have scotch tape holders that are clear. They don't make nice ones anymore. So what I did, this is really crappy. I have a lot of old nail polish, really old nail polish. Some of it's pretty bad. So what I did was I took it apart and I just painted it because I don't like plain clear. I was just playing around. I think it's fun. So the next one I do, I'll probably be a little bit more better at trying to decorate it better. This one I was just messing around with just to see. I also am a fall risk. Drop everything. Yeah, I'm not doing good at all. So I'm going to cut this off now. Cut it short. This is just an update that at least that part's done now. We have to deal with all the other stuff, and it is hard, and I don't know if I'm repeating myself, and thankfully I can edit this if I said this already, is like with my uncle. You know what? Forget it. I'll save it for another time. I'm tired. I am so exhausted. I'm just gonna cut it off now and say goodbye. Y'all have a good night. Bye.